Shy Guy, brought to you by educational collaborator Alice Sowers, who has a PhD in the study of shy people. Meanwhile, in Oklahoma... Yeah, school's out!
In class, it's not so bad. But when school's out and the others go off to enjoy themselves, well...
Like party,
if
do
you're
drugs,
what they
and
call
booze.
a shy guy, that's when you really feel it. The loneliness of being new in town. You don't know how to make people like you, and you find yourself holding a grudge against them.
'Cause you're one pathetic loser.
You're standing on the outside looking in.
Huh?
You might have something to contribute to their conversation.
Like
but
drugs.
Nobody cares whether you do or not. There's a barrier, and you don't know how to begin breaking it down.
Oh, look at that guy. What a loser.
You imagine they keep watching the way you look, the way you act.
The way you dress.
They think you're different. So, you head for home.
To continue your miserable existence.
But still, you can't forget that you're alone.
A loser.
An outsider.
Dad, I was doing nothing. Nothing.
Hello, Phil. How's everything?
Oh, okay, I guess, Dad.
Just leave me
Your record
alone.
transmitter and microphone coming.
Oh, all right, I guess. I know it isn't either. I can't figure out where to connect in the oscillator. I know I have to connect it into the amplifier, but where? It just doesn't fit in.
Why not a store and get more information?
You're no help,
And by
Dad.
the way, how are things going in school?
Okay, Dad. But school here isn't like it was back in Morristown.
Well,
It
you know,
sucks.
son, maybe school is like your radio. This oscillator will do its work well. But as you said, you still have to fit it in so it can work with all the other parts.
What do you
I
mean,
know what you're
Dad?
driving at, Dad, but I don't think I ever will fit in. Not here. I'm different from the guys in this town.
Well, as far as that goes, Phil, everybody's different. That's what makes people interesting.
Maybe.
You know, when we moved here this summer, I had quite a time making friends in a new office where everybody else knew each other.
And sleeping
What'd you do,
around
Dad?
with other women besides your
Well,
mother.
that's beside the point, son. What works for one doesn't necessarily work for another.
But I bet the other men didn't look at your clothes all the time.
Well, what makes you think they look at your clothes?
Oh, because the other fellas wear sweaters or just
Oh,
shirts. Not a
sweaters.
regular suit like mine.
Well, wear a sweater then. But clothes alone won't... Phil, what about the other fellows? What do they do? What do they like?
Gosh, Dad, I don't know. I never noticed.
I've never talked to them.
Only I know it's not radios.
Perhaps that's the reason you don't know. You don't notice what the others are interested in. Why not try to find out?
How, Dad?
How do I talk to
You
people?
might try watching, listening.
Creeping
Pick out
on
the
them.
most popular boys and girls in school and keep an eye on them.
And write me a memo and have it on my desk by
Try
Monday.
to figure out why people like them. Not that you'll ever be just like any of them.
Because you'll never
but
be
you
that
might learn
popular.
something. Well, see you at dinner.
Thanks for the talk, Dad.
Now, there's an idea. Maybe a good idea. Worth a try, anyway. And
One
tomorrow's
last
not
desperate
too soon to
attempt.
start.
Hey, the sweater. Now
Pick out
you're
the most popular
popular.
boys and girls in school and keep an eye on them.
Stalk them.
Who are they now? Some of them are right here in this class. Andy McIntyre, for instance. People like him, all right.
School bully.
Chick Gallagher rates high in
Sweater.
popularity, too. There's Jane Davenport. She's
Sweater.
popular with boys and girls. And
No
Jack
sweater.
Newton. What's he got that makes people like him so much?
He's 21 and brings the booze.
Andy's got something to say, and Jack's listening.
You going to the party
He
later?
really seems interested. Come to think of it, Jack's always interested in what people are talking about.
He's
And
charismatic,
this boy
unlike
hits it
you.
off so well with everybody. Anyhow, Andy thinks he's a great guy. No, that's too easy. Just listening.
I need to take my
What's
stalking to a
this?
higher level.
Sounds like Jane's caught on to the same thing. She's listening. Hearing about Helen's collection of menus. And liking it. That makes her kingpin with Helen.
How intriguing.
Maybe there is something in this business of being a good listener.
It's the business of stalking and eavesdropping.
Still, there must be more to getting along with people than just wearing a sweater and listening.
Or is there? I can't get this locker open. Oh, I'm such a klutz.
Handle stuck?
Yeah, I can't get it open.
Here, let me grab your knob.
Trick to some of these.
Got it.
Gee, thanks a lot, Chick.
Now, why didn't you think of that? Chick's always doing things for people.
'Cause Philip's
And it
not
pays off
considerate
in friends.
and caring.
Boy, that sure is one tough history assignment we have for Friday. Wish I could find some good outside reading material.
I found a swell book that covers everything Miss Carson wants us to know. It's called The Last Days of Monarchism by Henry Darrow. You can get it at the library.
I'm sure glad you told me about it. I'll get it this afternoon. Thanks a
Oh,
lot.
why don't you come
Okay,
over and do
Chick.
my homework later? Suck up.
You dope. You knew about that book. You could have been the guy that helped a guy.
You've had it checked out of the library since
There
February.
it is again. Even when you bump into people, they hardly know you're alive.
Who is that guy? What'll it be? The usual? You look nothing like your ID photo, but
You're
fine,
alone,
fine. I'll
bud.
serve you.
Alone in the crowd. But keep looking around. Try to find out what the score is. Look at Jack and Beezy over there. Girls seem to like them. Why?
Get in
What's
the booth.
angle? They do act kind of polite. At least they seat the girls and give their orders to the waiter. They aren't loud like some of the guys.
Cherry Coke, Chocolate Coke, Milkshake, and Mallet. Double chocolate mallet. Okay, I got it.
No!
Sure, please. I've got the orders for my table. Just helping out during rush hour, Bob.
Gee, thanks a lot, Chick. That's swelling.
Okay, Bob. Hey, girl.
There's
Bob's
Chick
got the hots
being
for
helpful
Chick.
again.
I can't quite decide. I don't do that blue and white striped dress routine. I love the way it
Got my period for the first couple
Hey, don't tell me you two are still talking clothes. Was this a plot to squelch all males present?
Ugh, need another man at this table. Who's that greasy guy with the sweater? You, get over here. Oh, he could have met me. What? There's no one behind me. Me? Yeah, get your ass over.
Come over, Phil. Sit down. Make yourself at home. Chick, how are you? Pretty good.
He knew my name.
Hello, everybody.
Okay.
We men need some support to run down this girlie's chatter.
Okay,
You want 'em all,
okay.
don't you? Yo, Bob.
I really shouldn't. I'm driving.
The topic under discussion is the mixer next Friday night at school. You're going, aren't you?
Well, can I bring my radio?
I haven't got a date yet.
I don't know many
grab yourself
girls.
a girl and come along. It's not going to be a real party. Just the class getting together for some fun.
I'd like to, Chick. Yeah, I sure would.
Can we build a radio? Hey, baby. Meanwhile, back in his basement,
Yeah, sure would be something to take Mary Lou to the mixer. Wonder if she already has a date.
she's out of your league.
Well, how's the oscillator coming along?
Hi, Dad. Oh, I haven't quite got it working yet. But, you know that other business we were talking about?
The business of
I've
women?
been following your advice.
How about it? Find out anything?
Yeah, Dad, I think I did. It looks like people who get along best with other people are, well, the people who think about the other guy. They make a point of listening to what others have to say and watching for ways to do things for them.
Not
being
being a
polite
jerk.
toward them. Do you suppose it's sort of a case of thinking so much about other people that you don't have much time to yourself?
Well, perhaps that's right. Maybe the best way to find out is to try it next chance you get.
You know, Dad, there's a mixer Friday night. I wasn't going to go, but in the drugstore the other day, Chick said I ought to come.
Good idea, Phil.
He seems really into
Well,
me.
Dad, there is a girl I'd like to take, Mary Lou Wright. But I'm not sure she'd go with me. Never even talked to her. I'd probably fall all over myself.
You'd make a fool of
Besides,
yourself.
she's popular. She's probably got a date by now.
Well, it is pretty late to ask a girl. Why don't you just go stag? You needn't worry about doing anything wrong, Phil. You act all right. Just do and say whatever seems most natural.
But don't talk
Dad,
about the radio.
Maybe it will be easier after I've had a chance to talk to her at the mixer. You know what? I kind of think this is going to fit in after all.
That's what she said. Class mixer. Maybe I should just go back and work on my radio. Maybe. Yeah, okay, I'll stop in for a bit.
Well,
Oh, hello,
this is
good
it.
looking.
Sink or swim.
Or drown.
Oh, there's Mary Lou. She did come with another guy.
Ah, shit.
Easy Barnes. What now?
Not Easy Barnes. Say, Phil, you're looking mighty fine. Here, have a fruit.
They're breaking up the piano game.
See that kid over there?
Look at Beezy, listening first to one boy, then another.
He knows nothing about radios.
Funny the way people flock around a good listener. But what's this? They're talking about radios.
I can tell just from
Right
his
down
hand
your
gestures.
They're asking Beezy about penny stock.
Oh, he's not as smart
You
as
know the
me.
answer to that one. You could tell him. But she just to butt in. Beezy's still stuck. He really needs help. Help. That's it.
That's it. I'll go humiliate him.
An offer of help. That's welcome anywhere.
Except when aiding criminals.
It's not hard to fit yourself into a conversation.
Just open your mouth.
A mention
and
of a
spew out
similar problem in
words.
connection with the record player. They're interested in that record player.
They'd like to buy it from him.
They are interested in that shy guy. They know he's alive now.
But they didn't
And,
before.
strangely enough, he's just discovered that they're alive. Of course they'd like to see the record player. Of course they'll come over. Tomorrow afternoon.
While Phil thinks he's making
Just have to do
friends,
a
they're
little more
really
soldering
using
and
him.
Connect the oscillator into the amplifier, and everything will fit in.
Oh, Phil, could you have it ready by next week and bring it over to my house?
I guess so.
Some of the gang's coming over Thursday night, and we could have a lot of fun with it.
But you're not
You will
invited.
come, won't you?
Well, one
Hello?
shy guy is on his way. Not that his worries are
Now,
over.
Dad, and
He'll still have his
embarrassing me
moments of
again.
doubt, of hesitation, of fear that he might
drink up,
do
kids.
something wrong.
YOLO.
But he can face these problems now because he knows that he's not really different. And while he's discovered only a few of many ways to overcome shyness, he's discovered that it can be done. And that's the main thing, isn't it?
From shy guy to social butterfly. Thanks, Phil.